Hey guys, ClayRepairs here. Today we're going to be replacing the U-joints on the drive shaft of the Project F250. So underneath the truck here we have three different drive shafts. We have this little intermediate one here going from the transmission to the transfer case. Then we have the one going from the transfer case to the rear axle. Then we have the third one going from the transfer case to the front end. This one right here is the one that's having problems. I don't know if you guys can hear that on camera, but you can hear it wobbling up and down. So that shows that this U-joint right here is bad, and we're going to go and replace that. So right now we're going to unbolt these caps at each end. It has two bolts on each side, right here, and up front, right there, and right there. It took me about a half hour, but I was able to get these U-joint end caps unbolted here. And after that, I just pressed the drive line together. There's a little spline part right here. So I just pressed it together and pulled it right out. And right here you can see our bad U-joint. You can see in there all the little needle bearings are all messed up and some are broken and missing. That's what makes it wobble around like it is right now. So while we're at it, we might as well replace both U-joints on each end, because it took me about a half hour to unbolt this thing. So we might as well do it. So I'll run to Napa and grab some U-joints and be back later. Okay, I just picked up these U-joints from Napa and we can install them on the drive shaft. I've already installed this one just to see how hard it would be, and it really wasn't very hard at all. All I had to do was just pop off the caps, stick one side in, and push the cap through. And I actually barely had to tap it in to get it to seat in there. So now that I know how it works, let's go ahead and do this one, and I'll show you guys how to do it. The first step is to clean this whole part off here, mainly the inner surfaces right here. I have some brake clean and a rag, along with a little bit of sandpaper to clean this up. And the last thing to do when you're cleaning this out is to make sure you clean out the little channels that the clip goes right here so it'll seat back in there nice. Next we're going to hit it with a shot of brake clean and then we'll install the U-joint. Okay, now we've got our new U-joint here and we're ready to install it. So here's how we're going to install it. We're going to take off both of these caps on either side right here, slip it in, and then press the caps on from the outer side. Okay, well unfortunately it looks like one of the needles fell down into here because this won't press all the way back in anymore. You can see that gap right there? That gap's not the same on this side. That side presses all the way in, and this side doesn't. So we're going to have to take this back apart. Okay, I went ahead and tapped this back apart in the vise, and it's a good thing we did because you can see one of those needle bearings fell out down there, and that would not have been good if we would have pounded that in there. So now let's go ahead and flick this thing back down into place. There we go, right back down where it should be. Now we'll go ahead and try this again. And there we go, after a few good whacks, this thing's seated in there pretty good. I had to tap it side to side a little bit to line it up. And now I can tell it's lined up because that seats all the way fully. And that does too. So now all I have to do is just tap this in from each end a little bit until we can get the clips to fit in there. Then we'll be good. Okay guys, I got it in here. Got the clips on each end, and it's looking pretty good. It's a little tight in there, but, you know, not too bad. So I think we're just going to have to go with that and go ahead and install it on the truck. Well guys, the camera died while I was filming under here. So I decided to finish it up and film it afterwards because I just wanted to get this done. I ended up just cleaning up these U-bolts and reusing the old ones, putting a bit of thread locker on all the threads and just tightening it up real good. And it should be good to go now. If this video helped you out, remember to give it a like and subscribe so you don't miss another episode in the F250 Ranger series.